that soldier running like that? What is going? It is too hot. Listen, I know it is the summertime, depending on where y'all stationed at. I don't know how hot it is, but I know where I'm stationed at, it's in the 90s. And so I'm gonna need for y'all soldiers to change y'all uniform every 2 days, maybe every day. Some of y'all stink. I am so sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I know it's not nice to talk about people, but every time you funk up my air and you're in my space and I can smell you, then that's a problem. So, yeah. Y'all make sure y'all change y'all uniforms at least every 2 days. And it might require you to change your uniform every day, but don't walk around in the same uniform, y'all, for the, like for the whole week. If it's 90 degrees, do not walk around wearing the same uniform every single day for an entire week. Switch out your uniform every day, every other day. But what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So I have some time before I go into this wonderful training that one of the PBO NCOs is going to be giving this morning at 09:30. So it is 09:15, and so I'm a bit early. I want it to be on time, and it just so happens that I am in my vehicle and I'm about to upload a new video for y'all 92 Yankees, right? So I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the new subscribers. I appreciate the likes. I just appreciate all the love from y'all. So if I have not told y'all recently, I thank y'all so much. Y'all keep me going. Y'all keep me motivated, because there are days where I just don't feel like uploading no video. I don't feel like responding. A day for me as a PBO is long. And I'm gonna just give y'all an example. So yesterday, Mondays are always the busiest days, right? And depending on what day it is, so yesterday was July the 24th. Hand receipts were due. Everybody was sending emails. There's a change of command going on. I had an out brief to go to. I had to go help a supply sergeant and a commander square up the books, the bonds, make sure that it was doing the shortages and stuff right, as far as like getting a dollar amount for the expendables, the durables, and the non-expendables. Came back. It's just a lot that goes on as being a PBO, and I said I was going to do a PBO first 30 days video, so I just have not had time to do that. And then I also want to branch off and do other things, as far as like showing y'all how to do my makeup. I just feel like I cannot express myself outside of the military. I feel like no one wants to know nothing else about me other than getting information about being supply or being a 92 Yankees. Getting off topic a little bit, but I just want y'all to know me outside of being in the military. I want y'all to know me based off of who I am, things that I like to do, places that I like to go. Y'all probably don't know nothing about my family. Y'all probably don't even know if I'm married. I have a TikTok, I have an Instagram, there's a lot of things that y'all don't know about me. Like, for example, I woke up this morning around 2:30 this morning. My nose was running. And I find that very funny. My nose was running. And when I say that back to myself, it sounds crazy. Like, my nose wasn't running, but I had bad sinuses or allergies or something in the middle of the night at 2:30. And I got up and I took a Benadryl. And when I woke up this morning at 5:30 when my alarm went off, I was so tired. I felt so bad, y'all. Like, I felt like I didn't have any energy. I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to talk. I didn't even want to get on my phone. But all I kept thinking about was uploading this video for y'all. And it kind of bothers me, because even though I was feeling bad, and even though, I didn't get much sleep last night, mentally, I was having a hard time. I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to have a good day, but I would really love to have a good day. I don't know if I'm going to have an attitude, because I don't like having an attitude and taking my frustrations out on no one, especially if it does not pertain to them. And it's nobody's fault that I woke up at 2:30, 3 o'clock taking Benadryl, because I had really bad allergies or sinuses. And so I have to pull myself back in and reel myself back in, which you all should be doing as well, especially if you are a 92 Yankee and you are about to PCS. Do not check out. Do not give up. Do not quit. Do not be frustrated because your commander or your XO or there are other soldiers or just people around you asking you for stuff. Do your job until the day you leave. Now, if you want to clear, totally understandable, but when you have a new soldier coming in, you need to show them everything that you know. You need to teach them everything that you know. And first of all, usually the soldiers get there way before you end up PCS, and it's like you might have 6 months left and you done already checked out. You already acting like you can't share information and knowledge. You already acting like you don't feel like being bothered. You're already acting like I'm about to leave. The only thing that you're saying right now is, oh, I'm about to go, I'm about to PCS, or oh, I don't know this, or oh, I don't know that. So this video is for 92 Yankees or any other MOS that is sitting in a 92 Yankees slot doing a 92 Yankees job. So this video is for you all, and I'm gonna try to keep it brief. And I know like this first 5 minutes was just like me rambling on, but I just had to get that out there, y'all. Like I just want y'all to get the full effects of me, and I just didn't want to get on here and just get straight into the point, because again, like I would like for y'all to know me outside of just being a PBO or, you know, knowing 92 Yankee related things. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this video, because again, I want to go into training and I want to be on time. So if you are a brand new 92 Yankee and you just got to your first duty station, or if you are a MOS filling a 92 Yankee slot, these are the things that you should do to be successful, right? The first thing you need to do is go talk to the other 92 Yankees in different companies. And so like if you are in a battalion or if you are in a brigade, go find out who those other 92 Yankees are. Walk across the street, walk down the road, drive down the road, go to, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but just get there. Go to all of the different companies to find out who the other 92 Yankees are. Ask them what they're doing throughout the day to be successful. What are their daily tasks and responsibilities that they are doing throughout the day. Now, once you find out who all of those 92 Yankees are across the companies, across the battalions, and across the brigade, go to your battalion S4. Find out who the battalion S4s are for each battalion. Find out who the brigade S4 is. Find out who the PBO is. Find out if the PBO has a PBO NCO. Find out if each battalion has a PBO NCO or a PBO. What in the world? So what, they got a whole speaker? Like, I'm confused. I'm trying to do a video and they blasting their music. But you know what? That's okay, because we're gonna have a great day, and I'm giving y'all the tea. I'm giving y'all the 411. But as y'all can see, they're blasting their music. I don't know if they're fixing on their speaker, trying to see what's going on. But this video will be to continue. So I'll get back with y'all after lunch. So I am back. Training was good. We did training from 9:30 to about 10:30. We went over Z issue and G Army. We went over flippers, PSDs, DST, all of that stuff. So training lasted from about 9:30 to 10:30, and we gave like our AAR comments. I just finished eating stuff in my face, and now I am back to finish off this video. So in regards to building relationships, meeting everybody, relationships matter. People like that you are working with now, you will eventually run into them in the future if you decide to stay into the military. So just make sure if you are a 92 Yankee and you are PCSing, ETSing, or whatever the case is, you don't check out. You know, share that information, share that knowledge with the new soldiers, share that information with the NCOs that may be taking over for you or replacing you. Go meet everybody. Go meet all of the 92 Yankees, all of the 92 Yankees across the companies. Go meet all of the 92 Yankees across the battalions, within the battalion S4 shop, because sometimes you'll have 92 Yankees that are privates, PFCs, specialists that work in the S4 because they are authorized to have them. And what they really do in the S4 is help out with tracking PSDs, help out with the PBO. They might help out with flippers, GPC purchases and stuff like that. They might help out with DTS. So even though they may be a private or a specialist or whatever working in the battalion S4, they might possibly well be a 92 Yankee. So go meet everybody within your entire brigade, get to know everybody, write their name down, their phone number, you know, start a group chat, get added to a group chat. If you know that the S4s have a group chat, make sure they include you. Again, go meet your PBO. Your PBO might have different requirements in regards to you turning in equipment. For example, they might require 2404. They might require 5988. They might require MFR. They may require 1348. They might require whatever it is that PBO requires. Go get with them, or don't bypass your battalion S4 unless your battalion S4 or your brigade S4 tell you that you can talk directly to your PBO. But the PBO have certain standards and certain ways that they do things in regards to like turning in equipment, requesting equipment, which will be a 2765. And so you know that if you are short a piece of equipment based off of your MTO, then you can request that piece of equipment through the PBO by doing a 2765 and having your commander sign it. So yeah, relationships matter. Go meet everybody. The things that you need to have, like the basic everyday things that you need to have to operate every single day in a supply room, regardless of what your MOS is. If you are acting as a 92 Yankee and you might be an 88 or 25 or 68, whatever it is, you need to have G Army access, which means you need to complete a SAR. You need to complete your G Army training and turn in those certificates. You need to have eFLIPL access. eFLIPL expires every 30 days, so make sure you log into eFLIPL. You need to have ASIP. ASIP helps you pull and print TMs. It helps you with finding out where your supplies are. If you order something through G Army, you have a valid document number. Parts Tracker will tell you where that piece of equipment is. Within G Army using your VL06I will tell you if that equipment has arrived at the SSA. You also need to have DST. You can keep track of your PSDs, internal lateral transfers, external lateral transfers, turn-ins to MDRS or to DLA. You can print your own PSDs. You shouldn't have to go to the Battalion S4 or the Brigade S4 or the PBO and ask them to provide you with a copy of an PSD. So within ASIP, there is an app called DST. You need to have DST to keep track of your lateral transfers. You also need to make sure that you are going to the SSA at least 2 to 3 times a week. You need to PGR your supplies that you pick up from the SSA. You need to Z-issue those supplies when you are picking up from the SSA and you are issuing out that equipment to the subparent receipt holder or to whoever wanted those supplies like pens, paper. You need to consume those things. What else you need to have? You need to make sure you have access to FMS Web. That's simply log in authentication using your CAT card. You need to be able to log into FMS Web so you can know how to read the MTO. You don't want somebody to come up to you and say that, hey, your supply, or hey, you're a 92 Yankee, this equipment belongs to you. Excuse me, no, it does not. Per the MTO says that you're supposed to be signed for this equipment and you're supposed to, be in charge or have accountability for this equipment. And a lot of times, even with you being supplied, they will try to say, hey, keep the lawnmowers in the supply room, keep the weed eaters in the supply room, keep gas in the supply room. You need to have a hazmat wall locker. So if you don't have a hazmat wall locker, which is class 7, you need to request a hazmat wall locker through the PBO by doing a 2765, which means you need to keep your batteries in that hazmat wall locker. You need to keep your spray paint in that wall locker. You need to keep your cleaning supplies like bleach and Clorox and stuff in that hazmat wall locker. What else you need to have other than DST, ACIS? You also need to know who your 92 Alpha is that may be ordering your class 9 supply stuff. You need to find out what that requirement is that 92 Alpha may need to order your class 9. And what I mean by that is the only thing we should be allowed to order as a 92 Yankee that is class 9 is shortages. So if it is something else that is class 9, you may have to go through your 92 Alpha, which works at the motor pool, and figure out if they want it on an Excel spreadsheet, on an MFR, via email. And once you do provide them with that information and they order it for you, ask them for a valid document number, because the commander or the XO may say, hey, supply sergeant, hey, supply specialist, or hey, supply clerk, did you order this class 9 items? And if so, what's the status of it? You also need to make sure you have a relationship or meet whoever the G8/S8 is. So the G8 is responsible for funding your shortages, for funding your supplies, for funding whatever it is that you need. You have to figure out what those requirements are from the G8, because you may be ordering something and it might not get approved, it might not get passed. You might not never see it in your Z Pro Stat or your Z Part because G8 did not pass it, and it might be because they have a certain requirement or they need you to go in there when you create a manual reservation or when you create a PB01 work order. They might not not want you to list it as a priority 1. They might want you to list it as a priority 2 or a priority 3. If it's a priority 1, they might want you to provide justification, so they might not approve it. So go figure out who your G8 is. Go figure out who your 92 Alpha is that is ordering your class 9, and the G8 is basically who the personnel who is going to pass and approve the orders that you order through G Army. Also, as a 92 Yankee or whatever MOS you may be possibly filling in, they may ask you to become a GPC card holder. If that's the case, it's fine, but your responsibility as a GPC card holder is to sign the GPC request as the GPC card holder, to get their receipt, pay for the items, and that's it. As a GPC card holder, you should not be getting quotes. You should not be taking your POV to pick up whatever items is being requested on that purchase. It is not your job to fill out the GPC request. It is not your job to do. The only thing you are doing is paying for it. You can call over the phone and pay for it. You can go into the store and pay for it. You can, but what I'm not going to do, and what you are not going to do as a card holder, is do the quotes. You are not going to fill out the request, and you are not going to go pick up those items. And so if y'all have issues with that in regards to GPC and y'all want me to do another video on that, then I will, but I don't want to touch too much on that because there are some 92s that are GPC card holders. All right, so in regards to being a 92 Yankee, showing up to your first duty station, or filling a 92 Yankee slot but you're a different MOS, I went over the basic things that you need to have access to. Of course, you need to check your email daily, whether you have your personal email that you're using, or whether you have an Outlook account, or whether you are using webmail. I told you all. So of course your email, of course DST, ACIP, Parts Tracker, FMS Web, DST, and there's so many different apps that you can use within ACIP that will help you, but those are just like the basic things. Learning how to read an MTO, I can do a class on that, or I can do a video on that as well. But to be successful in a supply room, initially those are the things that you need to do, and over time you will start learning basically by and through communicating with the other 92 Yankees and the battalion S4s and the brigade S4. You also need to make sure you are maintaining soldiers' clothing records and keeping track of those files. I said in a previous video, you need to make sure you have your ARAMS labels and stuff set up, so make sure you have your ARAMS, create your ORL, make sure it's approved, and I have PowerPoint presentation on that as well. A lot of the things I feel like I covered through previous videos, and so if I haven't touched bases on it, then please let me know. If you're still having a hard time and if there is a specific question you need me to answer, please let me know and I will answer it down below. If there's another type of video you would like for me to do, please let me know and I will do another type of video. I am here for you all. I am motivated to help you all, inspire you all. Been in the Army for 16 years. I'm a warrant officer now. I was assigned first class when I crossed over, and so there are a lot of things that you should be doing throughout the day, but if you don't know that that's what you're supposed to be doing because you are not a 92 Yankee, then I am here to help you. But what I will say is start establishing relationships with all of the 92 Yankees across the board, and if for whatever reason that person does not want to help you, they're tapped out, they don't want to provide you with information, talk to the XO. The XO might not know neither. Talk to the commander might not know neither. But at the end of the day, y'all all need to work together. Y'all need to work together, communicate with each other. Y'all should be each other's best friends. And you have to take care of the commander when he's doing his cycling inventories every month. You have to provide him with those bombs. You have to reconcile. You have to update. You have to fill shortages. You have to turn in those hand receipts. Turn in monthly hand receipts every month, the primary, the SI, the cyclic. And for the SI hand receipt, you have to inventory the N item, the COEI, and the BII. For cyclic inventories, you have to inventory the N item, the COEI, and the BII. So as a 92 Yankee, you have to provide them with a TM and a bomb. Now, once you provide them with the TM, which you don't have to provide the sub hand receipt holder with the TM, you have to provide the TM to the commander. Once you download those TMs within EU1 Plus, save them to a Teams channel, save them to a zip file, and send them all out to every sub-hand receipt holder. I'm trying to think. Those are like the daily basic things that you need to do. Making sure that you do your fieldings when the PBO tell you to go to a fielding, making sure your 1687 signature cards are updated and filed. You need to make sure you do that. Your hours of operations are posted. Stick within those hours of operation. If there is training going on every month, don't make excuses and don't make appointments during that training, because how are you going to learn as a 92 Yankee or as another different MOS if you are trying to avoid going to the training? Get a schedule from the S4 or from the brigade, battalion S4 or the brigade S4, on the training that you should be having every Thursday or either once a month. There should be low density training, so you won't have a reason and an excuse to say, oh, I don't know, or oh, nobody told me that, because it's not nobody's fault if you're not learning your job. It's your fault. Like, you can take the time to pull up the regulations. You can take the time to figure out some stuff on your own, but if it becomes too hard, too overwhelming, then reach out. You have other people that can help you and assist you in those type of situations. And so I understand being in a different MOS. I'm technically not in a different MOS. It's just I have to know more now because I'm a PBO. So I know all unit level things within G Army. I know within ACIP. I know eFLIPL. I know, and as a PBO, I know. I went to school for 8 weeks to know how to do PBO things, but I already had the experience because I used to be a PBO NCO. So a lot of my videos, which I have been doing the 92 series, it touches on having goals, having career goals, having personal goals. But I hope this video helped you all. I hope it gave you guys some insight on what you should be doing as a 92 Yankee, or if you are a different MOS. I have to go inside, y'all. I have not been into the office all day. Again, I went to training right at 9:30, and I've been in training since about 10:30, 11ish. I ate in my POV, and now I'm about to go inside. So I hope this helped. Again, if y'all have any questions, please ask them down below. Don't forget to follow my TikTok. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because my Instagram is all about my personal side of things, and y'all can get to know me a little bit more. And make sure you subscribe to this channel, and then like this video. I know it was probably long, and I do talk fast. I apologize. You have to pause it. You have to slow it down. Put on the captions. Put on the subtitles. I don't know. But a few people have been asking me about doing this video. I think somebody asked me last week, and now we're into a whole new different week. And so I think I was only able to do it by sitting in my POV. So sometimes you will get your videos from me while I am in my POV, and then sometimes you will get them from me while I am at home. You just have to get them as I give them. You know what I'm saying? But ask any questions. Send me an email on Outlook. Send me a message. DM me on Instagram. I always answer questions on Instagram as well. But this is pretty much it. This concludes this video. Until next time, this is Amelia Talks. So let's talk about it. Peace.